Good morning, friends and partners of NAfrica TV. This is the time of being with you in this great season of ending the year. The microphones of NAfrica TV. This is our pleasure to host this emission. So at NAfrica TV, as usual, as normal, that we are broadcasting on the emission that are saying on economics transformation, politics, culture, history, and social welfare. So this time we are going to deal with how Africa is facing with a lot of challenges. Among those challenges, we have been saying a lot on the new colonialism and how colonialists they are affecting this continent. So I am Dr. Antoine, a true Pan-Africanist who is engaged in Pan-Africanism. What we are dealing with, it's just to see Africa which is united. We want to have a united Africa. These 54 nations that are forming Africa needs to be united. Friends of NAfrica TV, NAfrica TV, it's just a channel and a platform that is inviting everybody. So before moving forward, we are asking you to do subscribe, to do like, to follow, to comment, and to share. You share these videos to your friends, and also on the comments, we want constructive, positive ideas. So you have to advise us what we can do to improve, how this channel can be improved, and even these talk shows that we are giving you on how they can be well and good. Now, we are seeing wars in Africa, especially in East Africa. We have political tensions between the nations that are forming East Africa, and we have war that is killing people and affecting the population in Eastern Congo, which is very dangerous. How and why these wars are taking place on the land of Africa? Again, we see how the presidents, they are not understanding one another. They have political conflicts. And friends of NAfrica TV, we want to analyze this deeply. So let me bring this scenario of IS, the Western Africans that have been forming IS. Those are three countries we are seeing. We are seeing Faso, we see Mali, and Niger. These countries, they have removed themselves in ECOWAS. Removing from the ECOWAS and forming IS, it gives hope. Recently, we have seen the meeting of those head of states and how they are cooperated. And now, the great things they are doing, they are now going to have a biometric ID and passport that is uniting those three countries. Why the whole Africa cannot do that? So it is very ashamed to see each country in Africa has the currency which is not valuable. And Africa, it is the only continent that is not having its own currency. Have been saying that America or United States of America, it has US dollar. When you go to Europe, we see euro. And go to Russia, we see ruble. and so on and so forth. Going to China, we see yuan. And these great nations, they have their own currency. But Africa, you go to Tanzania, you need Tanzanian shillings. You go to Kenya, you need Kenyan shillings. You go to Uganda, you need Ugandan shillings. And why those currencies are called shillings, but they cannot working in all countries? That is very dangerous. Coming to Rwanda, you will be needing Rwandan francs. Going to Burundi, you will be needing Burundian francs. And then, those are francs, but which are not valuable. Africa, we will be happy to see Africa that has the common passport. We will be happy to see Africa that has the common currency. We will be happy to see Africa that has the common currency, passport, and identity card. So this will be, it is our dream. But as Martin Luther King Jr. was saying that I have a dream, we young generation in Africa, we have a dream that one day we will see Africa that is united. So we are devising our political leaders to think and how they can cooperate together. They have to be in a cooperation instead of being in a division. Our African leaders, if they are serving Africans, they have to be looking for the peace of all Africans. And also something which is great we want to have. If Africa has one force, security forces, it has one police, it has one army, and these forces, they can be uniting Africa instead of destroying Africa. Two, the Economic Federation of Africa. These summits, our president is saying that they have African Union. The African Union it is not existing. It is there for interest of colonialists. It is not. It has been from at the beginning until today, and it didn't solve any single African problems. We see coups. We see a lot of problems in Africa. Why Africa? Who bewitched Africa? We don't want to see the blood of Africa, our blood as Africans, that are shedding. That is not, it's very dangerous. And then, what we want, we young generation, or Gen Z, we wanted to see the African that is having the common sense, the common understanding, and sharing the common culture. Because in Africa, I have been to Malawi. I saw Malawian people on how they are behaving. It is not different from the people from East Africa. Go to Uganda, comparing the culture of Uganda and Rwanda, you will not see any difference. Go to Congo, comparing the culture of Congo. Sometimes, if we see these boundaries, you can see a family in this side and another family in this side, and they are sharing the common ancestors. So we Africans, we need to have even one language that is used in Africa. It is very to be in Uganda, and Uganda they use English, that is a uniting English. You know, brethren and fellows of NAfrica TV, in Africa there is any single country that has its own language. In Rwanda, they were using French and English, and English and French is not the language of Rwandans, so-called Rwandans. In Burundi, they are using French, and French is not a language that is reserved for so-called Burundians. I'm using this term so-called because all of us, we are Africans. Being called Rwandans, being called Burundians, Congolese, Ugandans, Kenyans, those are separations, and the separation and divisions are not good. So, if we can be happy if we are being called Africans. Africans from Africa. Because when you go to Asia, Europe, and the US, they are treating us as Africans. So I'm bringing this attention because when I'm saying this, sometimes it is sensing in my blood a lot. So I want to say that Africa needs to be one continent that is united. The youth are united, the old people, they are united, politicians, they are working together. So coming on these leaders from Sahel, like Goita, like Ibrahim Traore, the great job they are doing, that is giving the hope to see and have the Africa want. So, friends of NAfrica TV, we want your ideas, whether you are in any called country, which for me, I don't accept these nations. What I accept Africans. So, in Africanization, we will be happy to see the culture of Africa is progressing. We will be happy to see all Africans are united. We will be happy to see if these weapons from Western countries, they are stopped. Let these weapons, they are remaining in Western countries, and we use our own means of solving the problems of our Africans. Because these European people, what they are doing, they are solving the problems of their continents, not for Africans. In Africa, Africa needs to have its own system of solving its problems through its population. When Africa has the system of developing its continent, this continent, and also has the system of solving these problems, it's where we'll be having the common understanding. So we need to change. We need leaders who are not serving the colonialists. We need leaders who are serving Africans, who are serving the interest of Africans. Shalom, we love you so much. If this emission is very interesting to you, we are inviting you to come. Whatever language you can use, whether you are using, let me tell you, now I'm using this English, but it's not my mother tongue. Any kind of pronunciation, any kind of descent I'm using, this is not my language. I'm forced to use this language, but it is not mine. If you will see and happy, come and you have a talk show. Next time we'll be deliberating on how the use of this. Let me, before concluding, I'm reminding something. Sometimes when an Africa is speaking a descent which is different from a European descent, they're laughing at him. But the people from England, their language is English, and the people from Africa, we are forced to learn these foreign languages which are not ours. So speaking English, it doesn't mean that you are very clever or intelligent. Speaking French, it doesn't mean that you are clever or intelligent. No. What qualifies you to be good and to be well qualified, it's just knowing your culture and knowing well your language. So I was saying, using this language, it's just forcefully, and I want this message to be broadcasted everywhere. But when our political leaders, when they will be sitting and they decide in Africa we can be using X language, it will be amazing for us. As other continents, they have their own languages. So I was saying, whatever descent you are listening, make and note that this is not my language. It is not my language. It is a foreign language. So I thank you so much for following us We request you to do subscribe. We request you to comment, to share, and to like this video. And also, if you have a positive idea or you have something to share with other people, you are most welcome. Taking our contacts is 0788545386. I'm repeating my contacts. If you want to contact us, you contact us on this telephone number 0788545386. May Almighty God bless you. I'm wishing you Happy New Year 2026.